Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream from Essen, Germany, Car Shark headquarters in the middle of the...
Nowhere.
Yeah, like this. Hi Richie.
And we are the master of disaster.
Yeah,
That's
in the center of nonsense. Right.
Hi guys. We are back. Well, at least I am back. You were there last week.
Yeah.
I couldn't because...
No, not really, because we had issues with the stream last week. So let's talk about this first. So sorry guys if you have missed that.
It's more or less than 3 weeks because it was the week before we did not stream.
Yeah,
then
true.
It was... Hello and welcome back. That's why we have so many people here.
Right.
Hey, yes, today we will catch up with all the news that happened so far in the last few weeks. Big time. I hope you will enjoy your stay here with us. And before we will tell you anything more, here's the intro.
Boom, there we go.
Yes.
So first, we need to apologize for last week's stream. So we had some upload issues with the with our internet provider. I don't know what happened exactly.
I paid the bills. It wasn't this.
Yeah,
it was not this.
Yeah, but we had some strange issues during the German stream. It all worked very well, and then suddenly in the English stream, the upstream.
I think we have to move our headquarters away from Germany to South Africa or Singapore or any other bad country where the connection is 1,000 times better than here. You won't believe it. First world country.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anyhow, hello,
Kenny.
Kenny. Great to see you here as well. I missed you a lot at Magic Live, by the way. Will you come to the FISM this year? It would be awesome. It's only 2 months. It's actually 2 months and a little bit less.
Okay.
And I heard of some small little changes. What will happen there for our part there? So I'm still waiting for some updates, and I hope that until then we already have several projects already finished. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So here's the thing. We were extremely busy the last few weeks. We both started everything 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
2.5.
Two and a half. Yeah, right. In Fürstenfeldbruck, in close to Munich, where we went to the German. What was it?
Yes.
Magica.
Yeah, that's the Magica 2020, what means they were already preparing it for 2 years. Mm-hmm. So after 2 years you would expect that everything would be well organized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
It was a great convention area. The whole place was beautiful. I mean, the beer garden was one of the coolest things ever. The food was great, etc. However, the dealer room or the room for us creators, etc., was kind of lonely. Let's say it this way, because somehow they always forget that that there should be some time where you can also visit our area. So to stroll around, find some time to check the newest stuff, etc., and ask questions. Certainly during a competition there is less time. Mm-hmm. However, there should be some time put into the schedule where you would find the time. Kenny, did you say you did not know, or did you know that there was Magic Live? Because now they changed the Magic Live, and what I heard, I think these are rumors or reality, I don't know. It will always be now in May and not anymore. I think earlier it was always in August. So Stan changed it. Well, do you know you don't go to conventions? It was your very first convention, right?
I've heard about it. Yeah, it was my Yeah.
So
after Blackpool, if you.
Oh yeah, Blackpool was your first one. So how you already know version?
Yeah, it's my second one.
Easy.
Done it all.
Easy. Yeah. So it will now always be about 2 weeks after the 4F, and the 4F always is the last weekend in April. Therefore, I'm expecting it always around the middle of May, and looking forward to this. It was really nice, but a lot of stuff going on at the same time. So very, very busy. Yeah, so we went to Munich first. What is okay? If you would say American relations, it's around the corner.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
However, it's a couple of hours to go there.
Absolutely.
And we picked your advice to go over this autobahn. That was not the best idea.
Something that I didn't expect. So
my father, I was there last weekend in Frankfurt, and he said, "Don't go there because the bridge is still." So he knows it.
Why didn't you tell me?
Now, this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So we went up in the middle of nowhere, or had to do a reroute and added some miles to the whole experience. Anyhow, we did everything as we could. It was really tough because we went there on Wednesday evening, had some sleep. Next morning at 8 we started setting up our table, and we had until 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon. Then it was kind of lonely. Not too many people showed up.
That's true. Yeah.
And if some people already showed up earlier, they were kicked out by the guy who was organizing the dealer room.
That's a little bit of
no, they can't go in here.
Let's say
some of the nicest experiences were not with this guy and his spouse. It is what it is. Anyhow. The Airbnb that we took was kind of weird because there was definitely zero parking around.
Yeah,
zero.
That was horrible.
So I thought always it's difficult to find a place to stay in Munich, crazy. But even to park is even worse than that. And so we did a trick because I had a rental car from Europcar.
Yeah.
And just around the corner of this place was a Europcar rental.
Yeah.
And
we were like a little bit like
magicians,
we were a little bit like a gimmick that sneaked into a regular deck of playing cards.
So we snooked or whatever our car into the range of their cars because
and we pretended to be a rental car.
Yeah,
it worked.
And it was a rental car, just already rented out. So we put it there during the night, and in the morning before they opened up, we sneaked onto their ground and left for the day. Yeah. So that was kind of funny. We had 2 days to do this, the Thursday and Friday, and the next 2 days, the Saturday and Sunday, we both had to leave. I was going to America for Magic Life. You were going to a gig.
Yep.
Your experience was also very cool, right? Because going onto a train to the north of Germany, really from the south of Germany up to the north, and then
it was like your train was cancelled.
Exactly.
I was at breakfast. I was like biting into my.
He had a high-paying gig. Yeah. And wanted to go to the north of Germany,
which is around 950 kilometers or so from
about 700 miles, 650 miles more or less.
Everything was planned on time, so I had a train connection that went directly to Kiel. Everything was set up, so it worked in time.
But somehow a cable burned in Hamburg.
Yeah,
what is before that, and so no more trains going up to this area. Everything was cancelled, and you had to go by car.
Yeah, I had to go first to Bochum, which is my hometown, which is
middle of it,
600 kilometers or so. Then I had to get into the car, drive 4.5 hours. It's a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Yeah. Long story short,
that's what you try to avoid, right?
Yeah, you don't want to do this that often. So.
For me it was funny because I had. We have our close-up pads at our table. Everybody who already saw us at the convention knows this. And because we were kicked out in a way, you have to leave, you have to leave. The organizer of the dealer room was kind of very nice at the end of the second day, and we left. And when we arrived at the Airbnb, we realized, damn, my close-up mat, I need this for Las Vegas. So either I would go back or someone would bring it to me. With her or him. So I met Laura London on Saturday morning at the airport as she was able to sneak into the room and get out our close-up pad that she would hand me. Okay. But before that, she went out the evening before with this close-up pad, named it Abe. Or it's the whole group. Alexander De Kova and her and some others had. Will Houston, Laura London, and so they had a lot of fun the evening before, going to a bar, and they invited Abe coming in, and Abe joined them, having cigarettes, a drink, table dance, everything. Okay. No, there are photos of it. Yeah. It's all there. So it was really funny. Since then, Abe joined me to our convention going to Las Vegas. Was fun as well. And it was a tough experience. Yeah. Right in time with a 9-hour jet lag. So when I got back last week, I was so cooked I could not even think straight. So this really didn't work. It seems to me from your description that Magic conventions are generally not too well organized. Yes, that is correct and not correct. It all depends on the organizers. And if we are saying this, it makes all sense. Everything makes sense. So what is not changing every time when there is a Magic convention? At least the dealer room, because these guys are doing it all the time. They know everything. They have seen it for many, many years. However, the organizers are changing every year, especially if you are doing, let's say, a competition, a Magic event like the German Championship or the American Championship or the FISM or whatsoever. This team always changes. There's nobody who is doing it over and over again and gaining experience. So for us, it is like that we are always dealing with toddlers. Mm-hmm. Always beginning from the beginning. They have heard something, how they should run a convention, etc., but they have no experience. And instead of having the team of last year handing over the experience to the next one and telling them what went wrong, what went well, and help them for the next year, so that there would be kind of something that would build up onto each other. It's really what it is. Every year the mistakes are the same and again the same. It's like what was the movie with Bill Murray? Hedgehog Day?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, so it's always the same. You're waking up at the same...
My bike was stolen when I was in cinema, just funny side fact.
Yeah, so it's over and over and over again. And then you have conventions like Blackpool or Magic Live. Or what else? Oh, the Taiwanese convention, etc. That is run by the same guys or the same club or the same company, and they know what went wrong, what went well, and usually they are listening and try to improve every year.
Yeah, what makes sense?
What makes total sense. So, unfortunately, I already suggested, okay, let guys join to help you out with experiences and tell them what they should do, what they shouldn't. And somehow the mistakes that the new ones always do, the other ones don't. So Blackpool works much better. When they did FISM, it was crap. That was in 2012. That was, oh my God, 10 years. My God, 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, that was really terrible. Then Magic Live usually is very nice. And this year they increased the number to 1,600 people, I think. So it was really crowded. However, I'm not seeing anything, unfortunately, because we are just busy showing all the stuff. It's so much fun to see people again that you only have in the last 2 or 3 years due to this nice sea thing. Mm-hmm. I try to avoid this word now because we would otherwise will be flagged. Anyhow, it was nice seeing you all, guys, and so Magic Live was definitely a much better experience. As much fun as always, but always, I just say starting to work, showing all the stuff, then closing down, having something to eat and going to bed. There's nothing else to do because you're just totally
a lot of work.
Oh and especially, I don't want to say that it's work because it's fun. However, with the 9-hour jet lag, because I just flew over there on a Saturday, had the 9-hour time difference, just arrived late because I missed already a flight. I arrived late, had a dinner with friends, and then again to bed. That's it. Then waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, jet lag.
Oh, yeah. And from there, since 2 o'clock in the morning, I could not sleep until the next 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's so bad.
24 hours up.
Oh.
And yeah, that's tough. So you don't want to do this.
No, that's horrible.
So when I got back last Monday, again 1 week ago, I just went to bed and did not get out of bed until the night, and then I could not sleep again. So totally messed up the whole system, as every time.
That's weird.
Did we even do the intro?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, you see, my brain is completely.
I think so. At least.
Whatever. Oh. So, guys.
Insert intro here.
yes. So here's the thing. We were super busy. You were busy with now catching up with all your bookings, etc. Because the
Starting
sea thing,
right.
As you all know, by your own experience, really harmed the bookings.
A lot of stuff is coming back right now, so
over the last 2 years.
I'm happy about that, but it's so much that even Philo has the same thing. So many bookings were coming in right now. So
double bookings, that's the problem, right?
I have a lot of
if
double
you would
bookings.
stretch it, but now trying to do somehow even gigs two times at one day. Yeah. Is difficult enough, but you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah, you have to do it. So it's a lot of fun, but it's also stressy. So I don't want to complain about that, but it is a stressy day if you do 2 gigs, especially if they are 200 kilometers apart.
You're complaining on a high level.
Yeah, I do. I know.
Like me.
I'm not complaining at all. I just want to say it's a lot of work right now. So it was like a really silent 2 years, and now it's everything. It's like.
Plus for you, as you are also taking care of our web shop, that also paused for a few days, I guess.
Right,
and you are doing all these nice little T-shirts. So if you're getting one of our merchandise, you would do them.
Yeah, they will be back very soon.
It's not that he doesn't want to. His printer doesn't want to work.
Yeah, the cutting machine died. So
exactly,
let's say like
the cutter. Yes.
So we tried to revive, but no chance. So.
Not yet. So otherwise, if you just want to have a blob of white on a shirt, then he can do it.
Possible. Yeah, it's possible. 50 centimeters.
Or I would hand cut Phoenix out.
Yeah, maybe with a scissor. I can bring it to you, like before you cut it off.
Definitely not. But it would be fun. Yes. So so this comes back. If you're waiting for your T-shirt, will comes back very
soon. Yeah.
Yes.
Very soon. Yeah.
Now. We also removed several items from our online store over the last few weeks. We try to keep it up as much as we can, but we sold out of several items. And especially what is a little bit painful, the large index decks in red were sold out for weeks. Actually, I have to buy more because so that we have them in the USA as well. But that's another story. Yeah. So here's the thing. If you have not noticed, in the last few weeks, actually it is since the beginning of the year, our nice little printer known as USPC had made a lot of fun with us refusing printing our cards because Phoenix decks, as you might know, are super similar to the bicycle decks that are out there for poker players, and as Phoenix is super close to bicycle, using the same faces, even the same backs, and the same card cases even. I'm trying not to be too ironic. They refused printing for us, so we had to find a solution and to cooperate with them to find a solution how to continue after 12 years of perfect cooperation with USPC. And I think we are almost there. We settled everything and we have to change several things, sure, what is necessary whatsoever. And then we will continue printing them. Mm-hmm. In the
Finally.
Yes, and our large index decks are so successful amongst magicians that we sold out of them too soon, too fast, and we could not reprint them ASAP. So that was really kind of painful at a convention, saying, "Don't take it large index, just 2 decks, only 2, so that someone else can also get the opportunity to get a large index deck. That would be nice." So kind of weird, but in our warehouse at Murphy's, we've recently found that there are still enough decks owned by Murphy's that we could buy back into our stock. What we're already doing with the standard indexes with our distributor here in Germany, in Europe. So we are buying back our stock until we can print again playing cards. And we are almost there. So be assured the Phoenix decks will come back. However, the large index deck will be no more. The large indexes. Yeah, we thought after having so much success in the past 5 years, would it make sense to call them any further the large index decks. And because
it says no.
I think they are more the standard as they should be. However, we already call the small indexes of USPC the standard index, so we could not confuse the people there. That would be not so nice. So we thought we would call them the Phoenix Index in the future.
What makes also total sense, and I think it's a perfect addition to the Phoenix deck.
Yes.
So which is a whole ecosystem in itself by.
Yes.
Just you know what you get by the Phoenix. Phoenix has some special features that you guys all know. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now,
yeah.
I assume.
Yes.
And what would make more sense than to call the index the Phoenix Index?
Yes. So we will keep the stickers, the round stickers on the card cases for all the guys who are not familiar with it. Because why are we doing this? Every time when we are saying the large index Phoenix deck, people who are not aware of the Phoenix brand, etc., and are brand new to this, they always think that we are talking about the jumbo indexes. And jumbo indexes are the most terrible idea for magicians that exist.
Yeah.
And what I came up with 6 years ago was to increase the standard index to a size that is more visible. People would not notice, the spectators, but you as a magician would notice. And therefore, this is the large index that will now be turned into the Phoenix Index, our own standard. Yes, so yes, I see this. Yeah. Yes, I see this with Roger. That is why I will continue printing with USPC. King size index would also be nice.
King size, yeah.
Actually, I like that one. Thank you, Flawless. Thank you. King size.
Yeah.
Because we are always showing it with the King of Hearts.
Yeah.
So king size.
True.
Interesting. Damn it. Now I have to rethink again. Okay. Anyhow, so that is why we are printing with USPC, so that we have still compatible decks. You will not really notice a difference. That was very important for us. That's what took us several months to work on, to convince USPC that the changes they asked for are almost unnoticeable, so that everything will be as normal as you are familiar with. So I showed the new design compared to the old design to several magicians who are already familiar with the Phoenix deck and use it for years. So they could show they can check back and forth the card cases that I did, because USPC complained about the card case. And first about the back design, they agreed on that we will continue the back design, and on the Ace of Spades. So the Ace of Spades is slightly changing, and the card case is slightly changing, but in a way that it will stay totally unnoticeable. So magicians had to scroll back and forth, because I told them, okay, so here's the new design.
Yeah.
What do you think? What has changed? And they were always scrolling back and forth until I put another card case of the actual run next to it, and now they could compare it side by side.
If you don't know it, that it's there, you don't see it. So, no.
Yeah, and king size might still be mistaken for jumbo size, and you are right.
Exactly, yeah.
So I try to avoid any name of a size. It is just the standard, and we will have to educate and tell people what they have to expect. We think it's the better solution, and every time at a convention, people change.
Switch to large index.
It is the magic dealers who are not aware of this and always go for the standard because they think that their customers like the standard. Mm-hmm. They are not doing them a favor. They are just going for the standard. They're used to this. Yeah. But when I'm at the convention, since Blackpool, etc., it's at least 80%. 80% at least. If not 90, I would even now say 90% of all guys who are coming, they all are already switched over to large index. It all makes so much
It's the better choice, 100%. I use it all the time, so I would never go back.
Yeah, it feels now strange going back. Yeah, it's now like going back to a bicycle deck. It's like the back design doesn't even look right to me anymore.
Yeah, true.
So so this will change, and as the new design, the new cover or the new face of the box will change slightly, I was thinking, okay, this would be the right moment to change the naming for this, because I have to redesign it anyhow. By the way, guys, you might be familiar, this small little peek as well that I want to tell you. we were using always the bottom, the 2 digits in the square, to identify the type of deck you are using at that time, because an MD, for instance, would be the Mark deck, or a BW would be the Boris Wild Mark deck, and SM would be the Sum deck, and so on and so on. ST for stripper, you know, you get the idea. That is really, really cool, and a lot of magicians like that.
Yeah, me too.
Me as well. However, there's also the possibility that some of you guys will not keep the decks up in the card case, but on the side. And over time I realized there should be also kind of a possibility how to change, how to let the magician know which deck he's handling, even by looking at the side, but it has to stay under the radar of a spectator. And as we have to change also the card case at USPC, because we are not allowed to say anymore that we would use air cushion finish, even if we are using air cushion finish, we are not allowed to use this word anymore. That is what it is. I thought, okay, why not use some more information there and help magicians identifying which deck they're using there, and it will stay completely under the radar. It was so funny because when I did the first design,
I didn't saw that.
And when I sent it over to USPC, I got the question mark from him. So what does that and that mean? I said, it's not of your business.
It's not your business, man.
Not of your business. This is something for us magicians. You are just the producer of playing cards. Yeah, so it will come. Now we are working on a lot of new designs, etc. Because unfortunately they also, USPC increased the prices a lot, and they also changed the way how the cards are printed. They have now 2 price ranges, or two areas. One is the branded print runs, and the non-branded print.
Okay.
So as branded, it means it has bicycle written on it. And as you might know, there are playing cards like whatever, from Illusionist or 311 or whatsoever, and I don't know why, but many of them are printing bicycle on it because they think that they will sell better having bicycle printed on the card case than not. And so these are then the branded decks, and the branded decks are using the Pantone colors as usual. However, the custom printed decks, the unbranded, the Phoenix is a brand, but it's then under the topic of unbranded, would be less expensive because you are paying for the name bicycle now as a producer. And the print colors used would now be CMYK. For all the guys who know a little bit about offset printing, that's the standard colors cyan, magenta, yellow and black. However, these are not the colors that are standardly used as a standard on bicycle faces, as they are all printed with different Pantone colors. Yeah. If you want to have Pantone colors, what I want, because I want to be consistent, so that you can still combine all the cards from the past with the ongoing prints, you would have to add at least the red Pantone. And I tricked already a lot with this in the past when I did the custom printed single different designs, like I don't know, business cards or whatsoever. I used Pantone colors in combination with CMYK, and they stay under the radar, so you would not notice any differences. It works great. However, there is a nice price increase coming, unfortunately, soon. So anyhow, we did our very best to keep everything up and running, and to find an alternative, as USPC is okay, and you are used to it when you were using bicycle decks. However, I think we also have interesting alternatives.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, not just interesting, but very, very good alternatives.
Took me a while, and we are already printing with them for a year or so, or 2. It's the cool thing is, it's even if it's Asian, there is German material. The paper is from Germany. The finish that is on top is coming from the USA. And the owner of the printing company is an ex-employee of a printing company for playing cards, and his nephew, he's a magician and a good friend.
What could be better? What could be better?
Yes, so this guy will continue printing most of our decks now, and you will not note, well, we try to keep everything as great as possible. Also, the prices will be more or less stable compared to what we have to increase with USPC printings. So you will notice that you will have a very good alternative, and I think we are the only ones in the world who can do this, as we run our own brand, and we want to offer the best for magicians. Not only if you want to stay compatible, you can. If you want to go to the next step and make a good choice, then maybe the choice at Taiwan would be a very good one.
And guys, let me tell you, you have to try it 100%. I'm not saying this because I'm with Phoenix or with Card Shark. I really honestly say that. I printed my own card decks in Taiwan, so through Christian, and I love the finish, and the new one that is even a little bit more improved. We played around with this, and I tell you 100%, I really, really, really like it, and I promise you guys will too.
Yeah, the thing is also that maybe you have noticed it when you use a bicycle deck or a deck from USPC over a short time, it will start getting dark on the edges and even black when you are having sweaty hands, or even when it gets near of water, you will see some dark spots, and that's because the glue inside of the bicycle paper is water soluble. I think
okay.
It's a very interesting word, right?
You guys get the point, right?
Yes. So when you are when water is near of the playing cards, the cards are more or less destroyed. I don't want to say that the other cards that we have are water resistant, what they aren't, but I certainly wanted to find out how well they would work with water. So I put one of the cards under the hose for a couple of seconds, wiped off the water and looked at the card and was astounded that nothing really happened. So I tried it one more time on the edge, and you would see that the water would soak in a little bit so that it turns gray. And then I certainly stopped and thought, okay, enough is enough. So I wiped off the water and left the card on the table. And you arrived a day later.
Yeah,
and I showed you the card or just check the card.
It felt to me like a regular card, so I couldn't figure anything out.
So that's a nice part. And Sean Farquhar, who already used those cards as well for his project, he says he's working with this deck for a month now and still feels great, while a bicycle deck for him is done after 6 days. So it's an interesting alternative, maybe.
Yeah, I think
having cards that are lasting way longer, while being cheaper than the ones from USPC.
Yeah, 100%. So I would all tell you guys, I know it's sometimes a little bit hard to get out of the comfort zone with not knowing what to get.
And here's the thing, I mean, they feel like double crushed. I mean, I'm going for the linen structure.
I didn't want to make this comparison, but it really does. You take it out of the box and it feels like an already broken in deck. So that's what I told before in the jump.
Pharaoh shuffles, beautiful, well centered. That's the next issue that we are doing. Well, you know, if you're familiar with the Phoenix deck, we always went for the casino quality, what means it's the highest possible quality USPC is offering to customers like us. While they had 3 different levels of printing or cutting or producing. And they told me that there is no more casino quality or supermarket quality, and I was wondering what is that? What does that mean? So in the future, our Phoenix decks will now be in bicycle quality. What means it's the best they can do and offer. And Cartamundi, my contact at Cartamundi, told me that they will that they improved. Tell me if it's right or not, or if this is your experience with bicycle, if you are still using them, if you have seen recently a bicycle deck where you would say, wow, the quality is now much better than what I used to, then great. Then I'm happy that we will have exactly this quality. We really hope that we can keep the quality up to this high standard that we had over all the years. Anyhow, we do our very best, but in the meantime, just in case we cannot provide what we are used to, the Taiwanese quality will be top notch.
It's beautiful. And Robert, they do ferro from both sides. We would not add this as a feature, but they does. I tried it before the stream, and it was really, really, really surprised how good that went.
Yeah, so. They are at the moment, the cards that we got as samples. They were always cut from the other side. That means they are.
But you can ferro them
from bottom to top. What I don't like, and we already made sure that this is our standard procedure in the future when we are producing with them, that the cut will be the other way around, and so that the best possible way, even if they both sides are really nice, that they will ferro exactly like that, from top down to the bottom, straight out of the box. They really do. Yep. The nice thing about also these cards, this is a sample deck that we got with the latest finish on it. They are nicely centered, so that there is no variation like what you might be used to with bicycle decks, etc. So we do our very best to provide you with.
And we tried a lot of decks. We tried a lot of finishes. We tried them all through several weeks. Yeah. We played with the card decks. And
you have to have an alternative.
This one is really great one. You should really definitely give it a try.
Yeah, if you don't want to wait, you can certainly already order them. We released last year the COVID edition.
Yeah, but it's a bit different.
Yeah, the finish improved since then. The paper is exactly that one. We released the COVID edition of the Phoenix decks, standard index. So if you're a fan of the large index.
But there's definitely an improvement to those that were improved to the COVID edition.
Yeah, they really did a good job, and this is the nice part as well, that the guy behind it is a good friend who is a magician, and he is more or less like me, striving for the best possibility for magicians. However, with our Phoenix family and the whole Phoenix range that we started in 2009. We are really, we already have set up such a great variation of all different decks that nobody is even coming close to this. Nobody does. And we are continuing doing this, and so very soon we will have the new Phoenix decks with Phoenix indexes and standard indexes.
Phoenix indexes.
Yeah, with the Phoenix indexes, and we're happy to have them back in stock. Now, we ran out of the large index decks in red. What is really kind of tough, being a provider of regular decks of cards and not having our best performing product available. But I was lucky enough to find them at Murphy's in their own stock. We made sure that we bought them back from our distributor, so that we can provide them while we are now going into reprint of the Phoenix decks.
Right.
Yeah, so hopefully soon you will see it back in our online store, that you can order the large index Phoenix decks again. We will inform you in time when the price increase will come, unfortunately, because inflation is hitting everybody, and the whole shipping line is really terrible. We have to make a decision how to bring these cards from Taiwan over to America. It could either be on a plane, what doubles the cost of production, or on a ship that then will take months until it shows up. Yeah. So it will be a kind of a mixture to get the price down and have some of them available ASAP, so that we don't have to wait months until they are back in stock there. Yeah. Anyhow, that's what we want. That's what I wanted to update you. When are the new decks going to be available? That's a very good point. Right now, I am designing so many things at the same time. I have to finish the design, because I don't want to make any error. I'm very precise and more or less. Yeah, like autism, I really want to be 100% perfect, because once you print
the rain shark.
I did once bridge size cards that ended up in the bin, because there was I did the cards back then for manipulation, and they needed to be in bridge size for Norm Nielsen, and he wanted to have the indexes in all 4 corners, right? And we are used to only 2 corners on the top left, bottom right. And so when I had this all printed, I thought, okay, now I'm doing this the same now for me. And I was deleting the other 2 indexes.
But the wrong ones?
I deleted the top right and bottom left. However, on the 10 of clubs, I missed one of the line of the 10. So as I'm a perfectionist, I cannot sell a deck that has a line on the right side. It just doesn't make sense. So these decks were never sold, thrown away whatsoever. That felt tough, but I'm just too perfectionist so that I would do this. So I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah, with the 4 corners, actually at the beginning of Phoenix, I was thinking of doing 4 corners.
Not for me.
Because the Waddingtons coming from England, they had 4 corners. And some other Magic effects are needing 4 corners, and the German cards were with the 4. However, so far we made the decision to stay with the 2 indexes and will be there only. We are, by the way, also thinking of another size that I forgot to not take with me when I did the conventions, and that is the I think I will call it the pocket size playing cards. That. No, 2 corners, please. Exactly. Yeah,
two. We stay with 2.
Yeah, we stay with 2. However, we would also think we do. I grew up with only bridge size cards. Lau, let me show you something. You continue for a second, and I will grab a deck that is hopefully still there. Okay, we'll be
I'm
back.
just talking in the meanwhile with you guys. I have absolutely no topic to talk about right now. So. But yeah, Christian has had another idea of the. I think he wants to call it the party deck, where it has a different size. You will see it in a second. It's a little bit smaller than this, and it really fits into your pocket. So I think it might be a good idea, even if you. So let's say it different. I often hear from like kids that their hands are too small to train certain moves, or from girls or ladies or so. And maybe with this deck, you have a little bit of an opportunity to figure out how to work some moves, some card moves. And here we go.
Yes.
Here we are.
So let's do the following. It won't be the party deck. I think it will be the pocket deck.
Oh, okay, pocket deck. I'm sorry.
Pocket deck, maybe.
Misinformation.
No worries. So let's do the top camera to give you an idea. So this is a regular playing card, the size that you are familiar with. That's poker size. And I created this one here, and from this distance it even looks complete, right? But it's not. If you're now going closer to this, it's slightly smaller. Don't judge now the color, because this is CMYK, that's the Pantone color. That's exactly the problem that I would face if I would not use the Pantone color at USPC. I want to have it the right color like you are used to. So there will be no changes. However, this is a prototype, and the cool thing is, so here we go. Let's say I will try the same one. This is the standard index of a bicycle card, or Phoenix standard index. And this would be the large index or the Phoenix index on a pocket size playing card. So it really looks very, very nice, even more visible than what you have seen. And while it's a tiny bit smaller, it still looks great.
Yeah, it really does.
When showing onto the table, because with the larger, with the improved index, the Phoenix index, oh my god, I have to really get the wording down. Large. Forget it. You would see that it really looks very, very nice compared to a slightly bigger card. And the cool thing is the palming will be much easier for women, for kids, etc. When they have to learn this. It's so much easier to palm one of those cards and do some magic moves and slides with it. So what is it? The width of the card is of a bridge card. So the bridge size, I don't have a bridge size card right now with me, but this size here is bridge. What is, I can tell you in millimeters. A normal poker card is 63 millimeters wide. This one is 57 millimeters wide. However, the length of a bridge card is usually more or less the same height like a normal poker card. This one is 88. Bridge size card would be 89. Tiny a bit higher than a normal poker card. Now, what I did here was I reduced the height of the card to the same relation between width and height like a poker card. So when you don't have a comparison, these two cards look almost the same. It's just a little bit further away from the camera. Like, isn't it camera magic here?
Yeah, camera magic.
Right, now we would see more or less the same. However, it is smaller, as you can now see. So you would not notice until you would have a comparison. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think this will be nice because now you can have it in your pockets, in your trousers, not to be too big, and you would be ready for doing some magic. Maybe it should be the party deck. I don't know.
We'll see.
Hey, how about you could let us know what your favorite name would be, and maybe something like the king size. What is really cool, it's intriguing. I like it, but it says size in it, so we try to avoid this. However, but having the round index and calling it,
we'll figure that out.
Guys, that is tempting. Tempting. Anyhow, yeah. So the pocket size is also something that has to come and needs to be produced. So a lot of work to do with the design, etc. And then going through all the steps, etc. Pocket size deck. Yeah. I think also something like this. So. Shall we do a small walk around our warehouse?
Yeah, sure. Because I'm 100% sure everyone wants to see that, right?
Yes, because after Magic Live, I hopped onto the plane going to California. It was really a nice trip, and the 2 days I thought I would organize the warehouse. Yeah, sure. It's way too much.
You did not.
But here's a nice inside view of this warehouse. So here we are in Murphy's, our warehouse for dropshipping. Murphy's is helping us sending all our USA orders, Canada orders, and Mexican orders, or South American orders, I guess. Sometimes we are doing this from Europe as well, depending on what makes more sense. Well, I was here right after Magic Live to sort things, to arrange all the boxes, because during COVID, unfortunately, we had to move the whole boxes over. And certainly, if you don't know what you're doing, then a lot is maybe addressed correctly, indirect or wrong. And therefore, I have to go through all the boxes. And actually, all I managed was the pallets at the back. They are all sorted now, that's great, and only this complete shelf and half of the second shelf, this one here, the rack, so only these. And yeah, I think this was a 2-day work. I thought I would be a bit faster, but there's a lot of sorting necessary, and some orphan boxes that needed to be found to make it easier for the guys here to pack and find all the stuff to send it over. Well, I think I will go back to the USA, to Murphy's, to arrange the rest the day when our new website is up and running, so that it's easier for us to communicate with the Murphy warehouse for the drop shipping. At the moment we are doing some workarounds, so depending on when we are ready for the whole thing, I will be back here at Murphy's. I guess I should take a whole week off going to California. I hope it will not be too hot, because right now it's pretty hot and it's not even warm, so that's middle of May. Yeah, in about half an hour I will have to go back to the airport, as I'm flying back to Las Vegas. We'll stay there for one more day, meet 1 or 2 more friends, and on Sunday I will head back. I will see you soon again in a YouTube live stream, ending with some views here from this Murphy's warehouse that's really, really huge. As you can see, that's where all your magic comes from. Yes, they're doing a great job, well organized. That's only a part of it, certainly. It goes up to the ceiling, everything. And that's only one part of it. I think they are even extending something. There's a lot of dust here. In case you're getting something shipped from us here, they are doing their best to dust off all the dust on the product. It's not because they are old, but because the doors are open for the fresh wind. Look at this huge fan. If you want to get hit by this one, it will hurt definitely. Nearby there's a construction site where they are tearing down a whole place and build a new warehouse, and therefore there's so much dust around. I hope they will protect a little bit further my products, or dust everything off when packing, so that you will not see anything weird coming up to your house. No, it will be good. Guys, I wish you all the best. Have a great week. We'll see us soon in a YouTube live stream. Sorry that I could not report any further from Magic Life. I was just too busy. And here, this is the same. I just have to get ready. See you soon. Bye-bye. And now we are back unmuted. Yes, we should need a button here to type mute, unmute. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, Lau, I promise you, it will be Roger going over there for a week. I already talked with him. He's taking care of all the shipments from our US warehouse. The fun part is most people don't even know that we are working with Murphy's over there, and that they are drop shipping our orders. So nobody has to wait until we are shipping from Germany. It's a daily shipment, what they do. And it works great so far. Certainly, as you have seen, there's a lot of dust right now going on, but that's because of another building site next to the warehouse. It's really loud, very dusty, and they will take care of this very, very soon. I was lucky enough that it was not too hot these 2 days. They already announced it would be higher. Don't ask me now the numbers in Fahrenheit, but it was okay, and I had to drink a lot. So yes, I'm taking care of myself.
I hope so.
Taking time off, enjoying life. Do my very best. Yes, and all the stress we are going through is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, we have to. After all, what you cannot change, you have to just accept and work around it. Have fun. Be a little bit ironic. And deal with it. And we cannot change it anyhow. Right. However, I promise you, this is my definite promise, I promise you to bring you the best playing cards for magicians in the world, now and in the future. That's just my promise, with the best tricks. If you find something else that you want to get, etc., let me know. I'm open to this, and I want to serve you. I want to serve the Magic community. Awesome. It's just too much fun.
It is. And you have proven this many times in the past. So I think there's also a lot of cool stuff coming in the future.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, and when we do the whole range in Taiwan, we now also will do everything now again in parlor size, because parlor was almost sold out as well. But same issue, as long as I don't know about the case design and so on, I would not continue printing. And all the old looking cards, like the Gypsy deck, the heirloom deck, and the tarot deck will come back. I made a new contract with the tarot picture provider of Los Carabeo. They are producing their own tarot decks, and the artwork that is based on that I use as a base for my tarot cards is from them. They agreed on doing this for a couple of more years, so the tarot deck is coming back as well. Can he in the future, can you make a side swipe Phoenix edition? Kenny, if you would know. If you would know that this is the next effect coming soon, in an improved version where you don't need a pocket to do a switch. There will be no more switch, as you have the whole thing all in your hand all the time, and we eliminated the switch. However, there's still a lot of handwork done. The card's already printed, it's already done. In Taiwan, by the way, they look great. It's all done. You know already about it. Mm-hmm. We almost released it and then figured out, damn, there's a way how to do this without the switch in the pocket. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
it's even better. It looks great.
Yeah. And
it's worth the wait.
Yes, and comes soon. Yeah, awesome.
Nice.
Guys, I think we are done for the day. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a great hour with us. Thank you. If you have seen this now live, perfect. That's why we have the chat here. You can ask us questions every time. Oh yes, oh yeah.
Also leave a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel. So yeah,
you would help us a lot, because when you do this, it will be recommended to other magicians, and we would love to grow a little bit.
Exactly.
That would be awesome. And yeah, so until then, next week I will do something, because here will be another holiday, or this Pentecost or whatever it's called.
I don't know.
We have a lot of bank holidays here in Germany that you would be dreaming of. In America we have it, so next Monday would be a day off, and it's a nice weekend that all started all my magic many years ago. I think 2004, 2005 or so, when I started magic. It's a family gathering, more or less, like it's like in Colon, Michigan. It feels like that. It's all in a YMCA location, where 130, 150 magicians from age 0 to age 90 are gathering, having fun. I will film as much as I can, so that I will cut it together. It might be in German language, maybe I will do something in English as well, so that you can see it. And I think that I will come back early enough next Monday, so that I come over here and do the next live stream with you and for you, and will show you what you have missed if you are not coming to Germany.
Nice.
Yeah, it will be great.
Nice.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Have a great rest of your day or evening, or wherever you are in the world right now, or whenever you see this.
Yes.
Catch you up next week.
Exactly. Until then,
see you.
Have a great day.
Bye bye.
Ciao.